more. It's Fun Friday. I'm Cookie, and today we are going to explore gold leaf, and we're gonna make cool decorative paintings like this that you can just use for decoration somewhere. If you do a series of these look really cool on your walls. So get ready to learn how to do gold leaf. Alright, for the first stage, what we're going to do is actually prepare our plain canvas. You can use any color that you want. Let's be crazy and use Cadmium Red Medium. You can work flat, as in your brush strokes will be nice and flat, or you can work with textures. I'm gonna go with some texture. Now I'm going to put red on the entire background. I might need more because I'm going for undulations and brush strokes. Actually, that'll probably be enough. So I'm leaving it textured because I'm going to want, for mine, the gold leaf to actually be sort of raised instead of just flat. But you can do either way. Try both, see how it works. So go ahead and fill your canvas. Alright, once you have a dry support, you're actually ready to put your gold leaf on. I have gold leaf. It's just, it's not real gold leaf. It's what it would be the word. It's saying it's authentic metal leaf, so it's close enough. One's copper and one is gold. And I actually found a silver leaf also. So choose whichever fits best with your project. If you're using something that's more like black or dark blue, the silver might look better, or it might look better with one of the others. I get these kits at Michael's or AC Moore's or any of those craft stores for around $10 to $15 depending, and sometimes I use the coupon on it. The first stage is you're going to take your adhesive, and I shake. Okay, good. It says shake before using. Good, I do that right. And it's going to make a couple bubbles, but this is going to take the adhesive and unify it, because sometimes you get the settlement and then the top's thinner than the bottom, and that's not good. And I should have there. And sometimes it glues itself to the lid, so you want to be careful with that. And for the paintings that we were showing, just pick an area on here that you think would look nice with an accent, and dip your brush in. I'm going to go in this area. Ooh, I have some paint, it looks like, on this. I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to call that a little bit bonus. There's a little bonus. And we're just going to put the adhesive on, like so. And I'm going to imitate the square shape. And as you can see from this you can wash out this with water, which is why I like this. And it's going to, it says, as the adhesive dries, it'll change from a milky white to a clear, and then when completely dry, in about 60 minutes, you can apply your metal leaf. So let's let this sit, and we'll come back to it. Clean your brush. Alright, so our adhesive is dried. You can feel it's a little bit tacky, so it's ready to go on, and it won't come off in your hands like when it's in the milky white stage. So go ahead and grab your leafing, and what they do is they put the leaf, oops, and if you bend it like that, you can fluff it back in place. It comes in individual sheets, and I'll grab each of them so you can see. And it's sort of sewn in to the next. Let me move this aside. Hard to do in the air. So there we go. So when we peel it back, this is what it will look like. This one is an imperfect sheet, but that's actually okay because with the texture, it's going to be really interesting. Now, if you're going to do this the fancy way, you're going to have a hake brush that will actually statically lift it. But I'm not cool enough for that, so I just do it the old-fashioned way. And I just grab it and I lay it down. Now, remember, this is a decorative element. I'm not worrying about it being perfect. So I'm going to just get it to lay down in place. There are going to be ripples. There are going to be bubbles. We're smoothing those out. And it's not going to be a perfect square. You can get that, of course, but I like the more organic look with this because it does work better with it. My Hake brush is in the other room. So what you can do is just take another brush and rub over it, and this will get the smaller pieces to lay down. Especially since we textured this, it will be pressed down into the raised paint. You can put a sealant on this if you want. Yours comes with a sealant. Mine, I'm just going to add the next layer on top, and then I sort of rub through it. So what you're going to need for this stage, once it's laid down, you have your option. Do the clear coat over it if you want, or you can go ahead and start painting on top. So if you're going to start painting on top, you're going to need a paper towel because we are going to create a surface on top of this and then start wiping it off. And for those of you who are wondering what the Hake brush was, this is a small version of it. It's nice, soft, white bristles, not very deep, and it'll cover a lot of ground faster and gives that sort of static charge to it. So if you're wondering what that was, this is it. All right, I have my paper towel. I have wadded it up, and then I'm going to grab a color that has contrast. I would like my Payne's Gray, if I could find it. Give me a second. There it is. All right, so I'm going to choose the Payne's Gray, and you can work in your palette if you want. I'm just going to put some blobs on the canvas. And I'm gonna, they're not super, it's not a super large amount. I'll leave it open in case I need it. Why not? We'll use this one. And then paint over it. Now I'm not going to solidly paint because I want to leave some of that original texture. And I'm going to dance around that edge. Alright, so we're leaving, as you can see, if you lightly brush, it leaves some of that texture. If you didn't apply the texture, then you're not going to have that. And I'm going to lightly brush over that, but work quick in this one. And then just start lifting some of it off. Now I'm just sort of, you can tap, 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 and you can sort of brush over it. Tap, 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 brush. But what I like about this is it's going to give an extra sense of depth. And you can add as many layers as you want to this. Sometimes I add little paintings on top of this, but they also work rather well on their own. So if you really want to lift off an area, you can see what happens. And then you can sort of paint it back in if you want. And then that will give a little bit of variation with your tones. So you can see the paper towel actually gives a little bit of a texture. And I'm just lightly fanning over it. Get it to where you want it to look. If you don't like something, remember, you can just paint it back in and then lift it back out if you would like. It gets a little messy, so just be ready for that. So work until you're happy and you have this really cool non-objective painting that will look great anywhere in your house. So hopefully you got a really nice piece out of that, and as usual, feel free to take a photo of it, and the link below is to our Flickr site so that you can upload and share and see what other people are doing. And if you want to get more involved with painting, I'm going to recommend The Materials and Techniques of Painting by Jonathan Stevenson. It's not for like beginning. I'm trying to find that book and I can't find it on my shelves, so that means I need to reorganize. But this one's nice. It's the classic book for when you're learning how to paint. It talks about the different types of paint: acrylic, gouache, oil paint, egg tempera, its techniques. What else? There is useful beginnings, applying paint, first principles, etc., etc. So it's a really good book. This is one of those like reference style books that you're always going to keep. So if you like painting, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you got some really cool pieces out of this. Have a great day, guys. Bye.